Uh, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Do coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Do man, and today I'm going to give a more fully detailed reaction to the Eagles versus Cowboys game as I had time to process it and clear up and everything. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. Whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I'll have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. First off, man, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you and yours have a very safe, blessed, Merry Christmas. But to all of you Dallas Cowboy fans, I want to let y'all know something sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Once again, I don't like y'all, man. I really don't. I can't stand y'all, but hey, man, y'all won yesterday. Kudos to y'all. I didn't realize too that Dan, we haven't won in that stadium since the Super Bowl year, man. That was brought to my attention this morning. I was like, dang, it's crazy because before that, like, we were dominating over there. It's like for a while we would win there, they would win in Philly. We would win there, they would win in Philly. But we haven't won in that stadium, since the Super Bowl year, man. And that's a little uneasy with me. Obviously we like playing there, but we just gotta have some close calls, some close losses. I remember the following year, the overtime, Rasul Douglas tip ball got caught by Cooper. You know, last year it wasn't too close, but then the game this year where we were right there. Um, tip you like I said once again, tip your cap to the Cowboys, man. They did what they had to do. Dak was really good after that bad pick six early. CD Lamb was outstanding. The coaching staff actually did a good job having him in the slot. I mean, I know that's what he plays a lot anyway, but they really took advantage of him in the slot as Slay and Bradbury don't really go to the slot. Maddox went out and Josiah Scott, who struggled this year. He did get a pick against Green Bay, but when asked to play, he struggled mostly. And they did a good job with that. And they forced turnovers, man. Their secondary was physical. They either gave up plays or made plays. But focusing on the Eagles right now, and then the matchup, looking ahead to the Saints. I thought the offensive line played well. The big issue though is Lane Johnson. What's up with Lane? Lane left the game and similar to the first Cowboys matchup. When Lane left, Dallas started having a little success with their rush and Lane left, before that last drive and Parsons, though they didn't really I don't think they sacked Minshew at all yesterday. But in that last drive, they was able to put pressure on him on that third and that fourth down play. The third down play, he had to throw it away, and the fourth down play, where he basically just had to throw it up for grabs, man, and nobody was there. Lane being out has a big key. We need Lane, yo. Lane is, Kelsey is the leader of the offensive line, but Lane is the best lineman that we have, especially um, covering, protecting against these edge rushers. But besides that, I thought the O line played well. I thought Minshew played really well. Like when I look back at it, I knew he threw the two picks, but honestly, both those picks were on Quez. Quez got to do a better job of being more physical in that. I get it. Quez isn't the biggest. He isn't AJ Brown, but look for example a Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith isn't a big, imposing wide receiver neither, but he fights for the ball. Like you rarely see people take the ball from him. And Quez just gotta look. I love his speed. I love his athleticism, but Quez gotta be more physical, man. Like whenever we give him opportunities, he can't be a one-trick pony. He's not. He's not somebody that we just send on deep routes. Quez could, his speed He struggles with the bubble screen game. We try to run a lot of bubble screens with him to get him on the perimeter, and he struggles as far as dissecting the blocks and knowing when to cut. He's always trying to go around something. And then, he did make one nice catch in the middle of the field while he was getting hit. But other than that, like, man, you got to be more physical. They took two interceptions away from him, like where the balls were 50-50 balls, and he let the defender rip it away from him both times, man. So those are not on Minshew. So, look, Minshew played well to me. He threw the ball timely. He was accurate. He was confident. He did a really good job out there. The only issue with Minshew out there, obviously, we need Hurts. Hurts is our MVP. Hurts is what makes this offense go because you get the full arsenal with Hurts. You get the downfield passing with Hurts that you don't really get with Minshew. You get the intermediate act. Well, Minshew is pretty good on intermediate accuracy. But I think where we really, really missed Hurts yesterday was the run game, and not necessarily just with him running the football. When Miles Sanders didn't have a lot of room yesterday, neither. Now you give Dallas credit for that. You tip your cap to them, but when you got Hurts out there and the threat of the read option where he could keep it, sometimes and he makes that decision whether he keeps it or gives it, it opens up more running lanes for Miles Sanders. And obviously with his ability to escape and run and the ability to open things up a little more for Miles Sanders, the offense was a little closed yesterday without that element to it. But so we definitely need Hurts, man. For anybody who thought, oh, this gonna be another Nick Foles situation. No, it's not. Like Hurts is the guy. Hurts needs to be out there. Though, shout out to Minshew, he's a great backup to have. Which I'll get to with him coming up against the Saints. But yeah, Minshew played well. The running backs didn't do great. Miles had a bad fumble. That's 2 weeks in a row he fumbled. Last week, I didn't think that. I thought that was a borderline fumble. I thought that was more of an incomplete pass, but he fumbled yesterday in a critical moment. Like, Miles, you're a Pro Bowler, you're in a contract year. We can't have that. Boston Scott fumbled yesterday in a missed exchange snap. Like, it's funny in our two losses, we have four turnovers in each game. Like, if we just not turn over the ball, this offense is potent, man. Even with Minshew out there, like, we don't turn over the ball. This offense could score, man. We got a really good offensive line, talented backs, great wide receivers, a really, really, really good tight end, and a nice scheme and good play calling. Like, we got to hold on to the football, man. Like, it's us versus us. And the running backs fumbled the ball. I thought God was really, really good in his return, especially on that one contested catch he had where he ripped it away from the safety. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith are just outstanding. Arguably, you probably could say, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Those are probably the only two other duos that you could compare to AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. I think those are the top three duos in the league. Those guys are amazing, man. You just throw the ball up in their vicinity. Their catch radius is outstanding. And that's why, man, when we get Hurts back healthy, man, this offense got the ability to just explode every game because it's so much things you got to focus on. But those guys were great, man. Defensively, though, was a different story. The pass rush was good. Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, those guys were really good yesterday. The linebackers struggled. Though Dallas didn't run the ball that effectively on us, but they threw it all over the yard, man. The safeties were not good in coverage. And, the corners, man. Let me say this, too, like looking over it again. Darius Slay got to be better. Big play Slay got to be better. He was outstanding early in the year. He didn't have a good game at all yesterday. Now, granted, I thought it was a bang bang illegal contact call on that fourth down play, but the one thing about Slade that I didn't like yesterday is like, bruh, like you could have fun with those guys after the game. You could laugh, ha ha, once the game is over. Like you up there, oh, with Ty, oh man, like you got to be more focused, man. Like we trying to get home field advantage here. We trying to win a Super Bowl. I felt like he wasn't focused yesterday. That 3rd and 30 play, obviously, we don't know if it's more on him or if it's more on Josiah Scott. Either way, that cannot happen. Like it's like he really played that like he was surprised that Dallas actually tried to get the first down on that play. I guess he assumed, oh, they're gonna throw it underneath to and punt the ball, try to get a stop. No, they went for broke and they got it. Like you cannot allow that under any Pop Warner football, any level of football. You cannot allow a team to convert a 3rd and 30. And I'm not going to get on Gannon for that part of it because that's players, man. You got to be more aware. You got to know who's back there. Slade, you got to know to go with the guy more. Or Josiah Scott, you got to know to get more that way over. And that to me, that was the game right there. You get a stop right there. You just get 2 sacks in a row. It's like 8 minutes left in the game. You up 7. You could come down, get a field goal, and possibly put this game away. You can't allow that to happen. And the linebackers, man, the tight ends ate us up in the middle of the field all day. And like I said, Josiah Scott in the slot corner. When Maddox went out, they really took advantage of that matchup. And Bradbury got to be a little better too, man. He did give up a touchdown in the corner to CD Lamb when CD was on his side. So, but overall, it results in the L. Now, look, looking at it from a positive standpoint, this team battled. We got the Saints at home. We got the Giants at home. You win one of those 2 games at home, you clinch the division. You clinch home field advantage, and you can rest. You're better than you could beat the Saints with Gardner Minshew. Like I'm assuming they're gonna probably rest Hurts again. You could beat the Saints with Gardner Minshew. You go out there, you protect. Now look, they got a good defense and they feeling good. They won a couple of games in a row. We're gonna see what happened with Tampa Bay later on, but they still got a shot to win their division. You got to go out there and protect the football, man. Defensively, you got to be better, and offensively, just hold on to the ball, and you're gonna move the ball on people. So that's the positives, man. It sucks because it's Dallas. It's Christmas Eve. We could have swept. We ain't swept them in 12 years, neither. That's another thing I learned today. Um, so we got to go out there, man, and get this W Sunday, man. Hurts, I don't think he should play again. Um, rest him. Try to get him basically a month off before the playoffs. But you got to beat the Saints, man. You got to win this game. Like I said, they coming in playing confidently. They playing really good defense. They're not gonna be scared of the cold. I mean, they just played in -5 degrees yesterday and beat Cleveland. So go out there, handle your business Sunday, and we'll be all right, yo. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content of my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.